You know what the funniest thing is? When I come into this room to start recording, I never know what's going to change on a day to day when I come back home. Like random markers left here, my Steely Dan thing like just left up here on the top so that Liam doesn't reach any of it, and we'll just stuff that back there for now. Welcome back, everyone. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. Excuse the little cleanup happening back there, but thank you as always for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic one. Today we're listening to little Anna Meredith. We're going to be checking out the track, let's see, Paramour. This is coming off of the album Fibs, which was released in 2019, from what I see here. We're giving this a listen as it was suggested and sponsored by Jim. Jim, thank you so much for the recommendation. Thank you so much for the recommendation, the support. James, I should say. James. You'll take both, right? Just make sure. Anyways, so I can't say I've ever heard of Miss Meredith, but we will go ahead and dive straight on in to the track here. Naturally, we'll discuss a little bit after, and we'll kind of go from there. Pulling it up here on Spotify, Paramour. Here we go. The sequencer. That big electronic sound. That's unexpected. This is like a progressive dance music, a progressive EDM of sorts. Huh. That pitch bending is very like Gen-Z as well. This is reminds me of some of this. What a very curious and colorful sound this is. They have a really cool way of structuring this track. Release. Big horns too, some brass to it. Is that an 11 time? That pitch bending, though. Okay. It's just like an elephant stomping. Even the dissonant sound effect is very I am left completely happily bewildered, very curious. What a really unique sound. No, nowhere even close to what I was thinking, to what I was expecting. I was kind of thinking something indie folk, to be honest, but yeah, nowhere even close. There's a few things I want to say about this track. First of all, the structure and the way that it's composed, the different movements that it works through, is really interesting how that's done. The sequencers are on high alert, high tempo in here, creating a very up-tempo and bubbly, almost cartoony kind of sound of the way the sequencers are layered on top of each other in the beginning. It's a very colorful and vibrant sound, and he with which is driving the melody right there. And then little by little, we have things that just continually add fire to that particular pace, as if we're walking on top of some colorful coals. Yeah, they look nice, they're bright and beautiful to look at, but we still got to make it from one end to the other without having our feet scorched. And I really like how as the rhythm comes in, as the drums come in, just a heavy ba, 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 right? Okay, 4 on the floor, except it's not exactly because the time signature, I was losing count because I was focused so much on the tapestry of colors that was happening melodically, but I think it was kind of 11, maybe 11:8. I don't know. I kind of lost it as the music was changing. I was kind of focusing on other things there. But it's really interesting how we have almost this kind of progressive EDM sound, but we have, unless I'm mistaken, all live instrumentation here. So I have the personnel list here, thanks to James. The band, Anna Meredith herself, courtesy on keyboards and clarinet as well. Jack Ross on guitar, Matty Cutter on cello, Tom Kelly on tuba, who comes in like an elephant stomping at the end of this track with some big brass there. And then Sam Wilson and I'm Not Talking the Falcon on drums and percussion. So, of course, you heard not only the kick drum, but also the 16th notes on the hi-hat, which, for all I know, may have been 32 at that particular point. Like, there's just a speed to this. And I think that it really creates this beautiful, fanciful, imaginary kind of world. Like, it's just very bubbly and colorful. I'm pulling the track back up here. So we start off in kind of almost a happy hardcore kind of electronic melody before the music starts to kick in. And thinking of the speed of this once it gets to the drum coming in, I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Before that, this section here, I was thinking about it, and it reminds me a little bit of Machine Girl, who's another, I'm not overly familiar with them, but like another, I guess, electronic band artist. I don't know. Like I said, I can't speak. I haven't heard so much from them. But it reminds me of some of the music that I've checked out from them. Like, I'm just pulling up a random song here from them. Like, it's like that hyper kind of like fun electronic kind of sound. And I really like how Anne Meredith handles that here in this particular track, because I think that that creates that fun, bouncy tempo. And then I would not doubt it if at least some members of the band are fans of modern metal. I'm thinking kind of like metalcore, deathcore, even death metal, and certain branches of metal as well. There's something very djenty about the pitch bending that's happening there, courtesy of Jack Ross, especially I would say on the guitar, and definitely Meredith herself on the keys and some of those sequences. As the pitch down turns and down tunes and comes back up, like the way that that happens is something that's often used a lot in more modern metal, especially when electronic elements are kind of involved. And I think that that was really cool how they involved that in there, because you got the fast tempo, but then you pull everything back and give it something a little bit of a heavier breakdown when that happens, which I think is really, really cool. I'm pulling back the track here once again. Paramour. Okay, here, getting to the ending. Like, I love how the horns involved here, because then it gives it this big orchestral kind of flair without giving it a big orchestral flair. It's just included in the music and ingrained in the music very, very well. Coming on to that big climax. That's very, very djenty, man. And the drums are fantastic. I bet you, I would have to see if I could find it. I bet you if I looked up interviews with certain members of the band, or maybe the band as a whole, you would find at least two of them that are into maybe some modern metal of some sort, or maybe something metal adjacent, like at least like some Sleep Token or something in that regard. Okay, now obviously this was an instrumental. Now, James, you did send me over the music video and a live performance. Now, for reasons due to copyright, I'm not going to, I'm pulling it up right now. I'm not going to like play the whole thing. Perhaps the music video does look like it'd be pretty fun. I'm going to skip around a little bit, so just so you know. But we're put on tracks. Can I tell you? I think that immediately is already very creative. What a creative music video. I don't want to get slapped, because I've been slapped before by bands. I think that's such a creative way to do it. And to be able to see them, come on now. Like that is an extremely inventive and creative way to do a music video. That's awesome. I love that. I genuinely love that. And I wish that I could watch more, like the whole thing just straight out right here. And if I pull up the live performance, let's pull that. Oops, I don't know what I just clicked on. Pulling that up here real quick. We're skipping a little bit. Love those lights, by the way. So there you got the full band here in full effect. Clarinet, tuba, drums and percussion, guitar, and a little cello to cut it all out. And can I tell you also something that's really cool? Like if we're listening to the music itself, as we did with the studio version, and then we're coming here and looking at the actual live footage, I would have never guessed that it was these instruments creating the sounds that we've heard. Isn't that just a bigger testimony to their ingenuity and their creativity and their talent of bringing this all together? And I'm always very interested about the science of bands and the perhaps psychology or sociology or whatever it might be of bringing them everyone together. How these individual musicians came together to create something so unique. Of course, each person with their own individual creative minds, their own talent set that they bring to the table, and to come together and to create something like this, I think is that whole, I don't know, idea in general, with bands in general and musicians coming together, I think is incredible. I like how he's holding the drumstick in his mouth. You know I'm always paying attention to the drummer especially. I love that so much. That's really, really awesome. I think that is really fantastic. I love the creativity of the music video. It absolutely lines up with the creativity of the music that they bring to the table as well. Of course, I'll link the Bandcamp down below, but please let me know what you guys thought of the music here in the comments. I appreciate you with the recommendation, James. Thank you so much for sending over the request. That was a really, really cool listen. And it felt fresh, right? Didn't that feel fresh and new? Like, I almost feel, listen, music can go in so many different directions today, and there's such a beautiful abundance of music today. There's so many musicians that are doing new things like that we just heard and pushing forward and such. And like, I feel like this kind of music could be, I don't know, like this could be almost like the future of music in a way, like just the creativity of it. I think it's really cool. I think it's cool. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll, of course, link the Bandcamp down below. And I'll see you all later. Bye, guys.